small incidents like it was about a music class was going on. So because we want the children to have, the flavor of everything, so we have music classes and all. So this boy in middle of music class, suddenly one of our caregivers came and informed me, man, Swanso has gone to his classroom and has thrown all the bags of all the children. I said, how come? Where were the children? No, they all were in the music class and he alone was out and he has gone to his classroom and he has thrown away all the bags. Then it just struck my mind. Something must be wrong with him because we talk so much about the virtues. We talk so much about helpfulness, discipline, this, that. What went wrong with this boy? So I said, okay, can I talk to him? Then the lady who informed me, she went and called into my office. And children like coming to my office or his office. They look forward. So it's not that they are scared of coming to the director or manager's office. They come happy. So the lady had sent her. She told him that ma'am wants to meet you. And then he came happily. Yes, ma'am. I said, I've heard that you've gone to your class and you've thrown away all the bags. Is it true? Yes, ma'am. I said, oh, why? Why did you do so? He said, ma'am, I was very angry. I said, okay. Yeah, you have the right to be angry, but why? Tell me why you were angry. And he said, I was in the music class and everyone was singing. And I don't have a good voice. And ma'am is telling me, you are singing Biswara, like we are out of tune, You are singing out of tune. You better stop singing it, others sing. So I felt so bad. Why should ma'am tell me like this? The only thing came to my mind that I should do something. I went back to the classroom and he threw everybody's bag. I said, do you feel okay now? You feel better after throwing that? I'm not feeling good about it, but I just somehow released my anger. I said, yeah, but that was not the right way, isn't it? If someone else would do that, and your bag would have fallen down. Now, after the music class, children will go back to the class. They always see their bags have fallen. What would be the reaction? Tell me. Yeah, ma'am, that would be really sad. I would not like it if someone does to me. I said, so what will you do now? He said, I'll go back to the class, so I'll put them all back in place. I said, good, go ahead. And he went back and he just arranged everything. And then he came back, ma, I've done it. I said, next, now you go back to your music class and sit quietly. I'll talk to your music teacher later. And he did so. And till date, that boy is now a chartered accountant. He's doing so well in his office work. And till date, we are friends. And he's saying, whatever I have is from that episode, that how you make me understand that I didn't do anything right. The small episodes, like there's one more that Naughty who became first in the running race. There was a running race happening in the school. And there were a few teachers standing as a referee. So they should say who came first, second. And then they just got hold of this boy and said, he is first. And he put him on the victory stand and he gave him first, the medal, the trophy and all like that. And photos, everything was taken first, this one, second, that one, third, that one. I could feel that he was not very happy about it. It's okay. So the next day, when they all came to school, after the sports event was over, he came to the office with that medal, the trophy. The first prize. He said, ma'am, I was not first. I said, what? You don't remember? You became first in the running race. The teachers have already identified your team first. No, I was not first. Teachers picked wrongly. Sushri, the other girl's name, he said. Sushri became first, not me. She ran faster than me. She reached to the end point, but the teachers grabbed me and there. I said, oh, very good. I'm so happy. You're so honest. They said, yes, ma'am. So this is not mine. Which class? He must be class 4. Really? Yeah. 8 years old? Yes. Or maybe 9 years old. Yeah, I was in class 4. And then he said, it's not mine. I said, see, this is yours, but not for that reason. This is yours for the honesty that you have. So I said, okay, now we go to the assembly tomorrow, school assembly, and we will award Sushi the first prize, and we will award this to you for your honesty. The next day, again, Morning assembly, everyone, after the prayer is done, it's okay, students, something to be announced. This is being announced by him. Just we identified him that he was not first on that day and Sushri was first. So everyone was, surprised. And everyone clapped for him for his honesty. And we gave him the trophy, the memento. This is your honesty memento, not first position in your running. And just, this is something that, this is what gives us pleasure. Isn't it? Isn't the kind of behavioral change that we are seeing in the children?
What do you think? How are children so comfortable with you, because obviously you create a safe environment. And these days there are a lot of discussions about give a safe environment to the child, they shouldn't be no trauma, that this parenting advice and that parenting advice. What do you think is different in your school? I mean, obviously you guys. But apart from that, what gives them that confidence?
Well, I think that child right is being well practiced.
And which is? What are
Those rights means the child has the right to feel emotional. The child is having the right to feel happy, feel excited, to laugh, to cry whenever needed. The child should remain a child. It's not that we don't appreciate the fake behavior or a made-up behavior that the child has to smile even if she's not happy, to manipulate their emotions. So we have given a lot of emphasis to the emotional development of the children and the spiritual development. This is very important because every day we start with a prayer and the children know why they are saying prayer. This is important. You see, you said that everyone is talking about safe environment, this and that. But just talking about is not enough. You should really be able to provide it for the children. The child should feel safe. When you speak about safety, the child should feel safe when she sees everyone around her values her presence.
You talk about, you go to convent schools especially, there you have prayers throughout the day. Because I went to a convent school just for a couple of years and it was one of my most traumatic years in my life. Now, in that school, we used to pray in the morning, in the afternoon, before every period, after every period. It was a lot. But there was so much toxicity. I mean, I remember I used to go to tuitions and the teacher there, once what she did was, I think I was 7-8 years of age. And there was this boy who must have been 11 years of age. And the teacher asked him a question. He couldn't answer the question. So then the teacher asked me to get up and slap him.
Oh no. Oh, so sorry. Yes.
And I was so shocked. I refused to slap him. Because first of all, even if he was my age, I would have not slapped him. I thought he was ended to me as well. And anyway, so because I refused, the teacher slapped me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Also in school, there were these very strange rules. You cannot go to the toilet. You can only go to the toilet during break. So imagine if you're in school from 7:30 till about 2 o'clock.
Oh no. Yeah.
Right? You have to beg. And there were instances where the teacher would send another student behind the girl to see if...
Oh, really, I'm going to washroom now.
Can you imagine? Or another rule, which is, so, you have the bag here or here. You have to take out the books like this. You cannot take them out like that because you cannot show back to the teacher.
Oh.
So this is all power play, I feel.
Exactly.
And as you teach that comfort, because you have that experience, you have that wisdom.
Yeah.
The child is new in this world. Compared to teachers who are of a certain age. Yeah. And when I listen to your stories and I look at Blossoms and I just think, I wish I was in that school.
I remember in my childhood, of course, once I was absent because my mother took me to my auntie's house because my auntie was not well. So I was absent. The next day, everybody is in assembly. Then our vice principal said, those who were absent yesterday, you come out. So I went out. I was in class 3 or 4. I don't remember. Yeah. That time it was winter and full of snow. It was maybe 2-3 feet of snow, but it was compulsory to go to school. And the vice principal started hitting me with a stick. That winter, cold winter, and he was putting his foot on my foot so that I will not run away. And he was holding my hand, he was hitting this hand, that hand, for many times. So I couldn't write anything.
No, because you said that at my auntie's house.
I said, he said, where you were there? Why you were absent? I said, I went to my auntie's house. Oh, you went to auntie's house. So he didn't know that. I said my auntie was not well, so my mother took me. So they couldn't understand. So the punishment which I got, even for few days I couldn't write. I couldn't hold pencil to write anything. So that was the experience. Then when we opened the school, because we loved the children, that's why we opened school. And I said nothing doing, no teacher, nobody is allowed to punish physically or verbally to abuse the children.